Je suis d'un naturel curieux, c'est vrai. On va dire ça, oui.
I have something exquisite in mind. Both Loviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin.
Allez.
Come now, dear child. It is time.
Que dois-je faire?
Simply face the wall and let us begin, dear one.
Ah, peut-être celui-ci.
Yes. This will do nicely.
Qu'est-ce qu'il va me faire? Ah!
The pain you suffer will cleanse you.
Petit con.
Do not fight it.
Barbare intimidation. Encore. Ouch. Raté. Oui, j'ai compris que j'avais raté. Tant pis.
You claim to want more, but I feel you flinching, dear one.
Don't wear him out entirely, priest. I might have use for him yet.
Allez.
Pain is proof that we live. Revel in it.
Cette fois-ci, ça passe. 10 quel 18-19. Boum.
Wonderful.
Not the worst technique, priest.
Ouais, par contre... presque.
Dear one.
Difficulté 5. Heureusement, parce que là, j'ai fait des passes super beaux dés. J'ai. 11, ok.
Yes. Sweet child, while I am to gain Loviatar's favor. Nevertheless,
C'est bon?
Didn't he call himself a master? Would have thought he'd be more creative. Grush, I need to
Ouh,
see
parler aux animaux.
ask him if he Hands off! This
Ok.
get in there.
Alors. Mais non, mais il faut rentrer. C'est quoi, c'est une niche? Il y a de la nourriture, je prends. Alors. Alors, on a un chemin ici et on a des chemins là-bas. Ok.
waiting around.
Hop,
Ready
je
to
suis là.
clear your head?
Oui, allez-y.
Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Everybody else needs to leave.
Ok.
No time to dally. I'll go this way. No harm in a little conversation.
Non.
Let's get on with it.
Only those that have
Venez, on va aller ici. Là.
Better get to it.
All right. What now?
Voilà, je suis
to clear
parti.
your head. Smart. All you need to do is open yourself to the absolute. And I'll do the rest.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric.
Laissez fouiller. Oui, oui, on va
Sifting
le laisser.
deeper, she sees the mind flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches. And you are looking through her eyes as a tadpole squirms into her skull.
Helps! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain.
Dans ce cas-là, retirez-la.
Don't you worry. I've got everything I need to fix you.
Je suis prêt.
You won't regret being a true soul. So drink this. It'll...
You recognize telltale flecks of werejackal blood. It's a potion of sleep.
Vous essayez de me berner?
Even nobody. I'm trying to help.
Ok, je bois. J'accepte.
Sweet dreams. I'll see your ugly mug on the other side. Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking.
Je sentais... Non, c'est pas plus que vous.
We've both seen the monster that put it there, and I know what happens next.
Vous avez subi le même sort.
Confuse me. You're a liar. Everything's clear since the Absolute chose me. You're the one that's broken. Do you even know who you are anymore?
Quelque chose se transforme en moi.
No, they're delusions that thing's eating your brain. It's gonna start eating your flesh too, changing you. And eventually your skull will split and you'll cough up a mess of tentacles.
Non, je vais pas me laisser faire.
Special, do ya? You're not. I'm gonna keep you here so I can see every gory detail and hear every whimper and scream.
Si je me transforme réellement, vous serez mon premier
Not
repas.
likely. You're forgetting one thing. I've got the Absolute to protect me. But you're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you.
Oui,
You're gonna
oui.
be my
Oui, madame.
new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
Alors, c'est compliqué, hein. 20. Ouais. J'ai un dé, je peux retenter. Je peux faire une relance. Mais ouais.
Look up. You're so handsome when you're angry, pet. Pity those looks will be torn open before long. Oh, well.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
Alors on va continuer là-dessus. Ouais, toujours pas. Hein.
Your muscles burn with the effort, but the chains hold strong.
On va se disloquer le poignet. C'est faisable. Ok.
You slip free of the chains.
Ok. Je suis seul.
Free. For now. Might be useful. Cursed to put my hands on everything. Breathe deep and move.
Ici, c'est quoi? Enquêter. C'est une sortie, je suppose. Tout prendre. Ok, bon bah je vais pas m'en sortir. Ok, ok, je recharge, tant pis. Ah, je l'avais fait juste avant? On va explorer. Hein.
The scrying eye was looking at me all strange.
Non, c'est une sortie, ça, ok.
Because of your beautiful eyes.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side.
Avant, on va aller faire les autres salles.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
That the already you recognize the crest she bears. The wings.
Half right, sharp eyes, weapons and other, no judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad.
Alors, déjà,
Not a
on va
problem for
voir.
you.
Je peux pas utiliser quelqu'un comme poubelle à ce moment-là? Ok. Attends, je viens de te vendre quoi là? Ok. Très bien, antidote, carotte pourrie, champignons. Poison suspect. Ok, ça c'est fait. Est-ce que tu as un objet déjà? Ça c'est un marteau de guerre. Donc non, c'est pas... Il fait moins de dégâts. En armure, en intermédiaire, c'est ce que j'ai actuellement. Armure légère. Armure légère. Armure intermédiaire 14. Mais j'ai pas le nature plus 1, donc je vais pas prendre. Armure lourde à 17. Ok. Bâton de rejeton, machin chouette. Moi, ce qui m'intéresse, c'est qu'il y en ait un qui puisse être utilisé par l'autre là-bas. 3 à 8, 2 à 9. C'est pas magique ça? Coûte 163, j'ai combien en or? Tiens,
Whatever it takes.
très bien. Ça aussi. Trident, enchantement de l'arme. Il coûte 138.
Pleasure.
Alors, peut-être que... On va faire F5. Mon petit gars, mon petit monsieur. Non, je n'ai rien que je peux te donner. C'est pas que je ne veux pas te donner quoi que ce soit, c'est que je ne peux rien te donner, Gail. Donc arrête de faire ton sale caractère là et tu te rends. Tu te calmes. Si je pouvais, je te le donnerais, je sais que c'est pas bien pour toi. Mince, mais je ne venais pas de faire une... Oui, mince.
Light on my feet. No traps, please.
At least give me a sword! We want you dead, you dumb knuckle. Not dead and heroic.
Pas mon problème tout de suite. Ah. Plus mon problème.
That the you recognize half weapon, no judgment, no right and wrong, just good
Okay.
deals and bad. That a problem for you?
A long way to go still.
Ok. Fait. Ici on a quoi? On a 2 marteaux. On se fait un peu de place. On va garder tout le reste. Juste pour voir si je regarde ici. Non, il précise pas quand il peut le... Ok. Potion d'invisibilité. Oh, elle coûte 163. Je vais la prendre au cas où. Lecture des pensées. Alors, chemin de retour à la vie, ça coûte 500, très bien. J'avais tenté le marteau, je pense. Non, j'avais pas tenté le marteau, j'avais tenté la lance. Bâton doré de rejeton. 100. Et il fait déjà quoi en dégâts? 3 à 8. Ah, non, l'écran, tu ne t'éteins pas. Tu ne verras plus rien sinon. Sinon, ici, on a la massue. Non, je vais partir sur 3 à 10, l'arc long. Je vais me... Ah oui, nickel. Je peux prendre ça. Je me l'équipe parce qu'il fait plus de dégâts. Ça, c'est utile pour les voleurs, celui que j'ai actuellement, mais on s'en moque. Hop, je fais ça. Et ensuite, je peux parler à Gale. Et je peux lui donner les voleurs de sort.
Thank you. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me.
Allez-y.
I'd just be about to You have to know who I was. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Ah, l'aide, ça me saoule. Allez, je suis sûr que tu es presque au bout et que tu vas pouvoir passer à travers ce QCM de l'enfer.
I am, after all, the villain of the tale. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us
Les
in
2
check.
tiers, je crois. Ouais, t'es presque au bout.
There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
Comment avez-vous essayé de les franchir? Vous pensiez en savoir... vous êtes stupide. Vous pensiez en savoir plus sur Mistrak. Ok.
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Dites-moi tout, oui.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower.
Bah oui, parce que si ça vole pas, s'il est pas puissant. Oui.
Time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
Alors. Revenez à dire, à verser un verre d'eau dans l'océan, quelle fut la réponse à cette question? Je vais juste me foutre un peu de sa gueule et lui dire offrir des fleurs ou du chocolat, ça aurait pu être très bien.
You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mistra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study.
J'aurais répondu pareil.
As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
Ok. Oh.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in.
Mais pourquoi tu me demandes de te toucher?
Into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Oh, le titre. Ah, c'est un tourbillon de griffes. Vous sentez votre larve se trémousser. C'est un tourbillon de griffes et de crocs acérés qui vous lacèrent, vous dit chiquette. Comment se fait-il que vous soyez encore en vie?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
Vous mourrez.
Rather worse, actually. I will erupt.
Exploser.
I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I leave. Put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts.
Ouais. Ne pouvons-nous rien faire? On en est là pour l'aider.
Collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Nous sommes arrivés ici ensemble, et c'est ensemble que nous continuerons.
That is a great relief.
Bien sûr, t'es mon pote.
Great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you all. I understand. I stand at a precipice now. Even I am tired.
Ok, très bien. Là, je ne peux pas aller.
Wouldn't go in there.
Ok, donc on va retourner près de la petite dame. On se sépare. Je suis désolé, on doit se séparer.
I should speak up.
Ready to clear your head? There we
Psionic feelers creep.
La laisser fouiller.
We need to. Don't you worry.
You recognize telltale flecks of what?
I ain't deceiving no.
On se rappelle, hein. On zappe parce qu'on vient de faire ça.
The Absolute wants to know all about that. I know that much. And I know what happens next. Your teeth fall out.
Vous êtes infecté aussi.
You're gonna be my new pet.
Alors,